Happy New Year, ladies and gents. First Good Guy First Looks of the new year. It is 2019, and we're going over the Horizon-Tech Falcon King. So on a first looks here, the first thing I could tell is that the fill is a little different. It's actually a button, and it looks like it actually slides instead of like a flip back or a slide back. We have still the same airflow design, and obviously the coils are different. These are mesh coils instead of the standard coils they had before with the pulp fiber or the wood pulp. Tank's got that bubble glass to it. Same airflow design, has actually like a push fill button. So it's just like the smoke tanks where you just push the button and it would just open up. That's actually pretty cool. It's got a nice it's got a nice spring to it. No tanks do that. Look at that. I'm not pushing that. It's just like a, so I guess that's good. Unless, I mean, after wear and tear, it starts to get a little weak and then you go to close it and then it pops open. That's gonna get a little annoying, but I mean, it seems like it's made pretty well. I like the new style gaskets that they put in these now, like clear, rubberized. The other thing about this tank is it's actually a 6 mil capacity. I believe all the other tanks before it were 5, so that's a pretty big tank. Should have juice for about most of the day, or if you're vaping at a high wattage, at least half of the day. The other difference between the tank, really, I mean, you got your fill, the capacity is a little bigger, the coils are definitely different. I'm interested to see, you know, when we take a closer look at the coils, what they look like, but generally not too different. Horizon-Tech, not too different, but I mean, we'll know when we vape it. So let's go on down and take a closer look. So the first coil we have here is the M1 Plus coil. This is the 0.16 resistant 75 watt coil. Can go up to 75 watts. That means the sweet spot's probably going to be 65. The little holes where the feeds are, the feeding holes for the juice, looks pretty, you know, normal. Nothing special about it. Just seems like your standard coil until you look at the inside. On the inside, you have a nice mesh going against that bamboo fiber. It looks just like cotton. Bamboo fiber is basically the same as like wood pulp was. They just take bamboo, break it down into its fibers into where it's like a cottony material, and they're using that for the wick. So I'm pretty interested to see what that tastes like. The 0.16 ohm coil is what we're actually going to test out today instead of the M- dual coil at 0.38 ohms. So let's put that off to the side. Now we have the M- dual coil at 0.38 ohms, can be used up to 80 watts. That sweet spot will probably be around 70 to 75 watts. And this is actually pretty interesting because the fill or the feeding holes, they look normal, except on two sides, it actually looks like they hole punched through the cotton for some reason. Maybe to get it to feed faster. But if you look on the inside here, the inside actually has 2 coils. So that's most likely why they hole punched each side, because in order to get that juice to flow faster through the side, you'll need to hole punch the cotton so it feeds a lot faster around the metal of the coil, because there's 2 separate coils, one on each side there. So that's the 0.38 ohm coil, but like I said, we're gonna test out the 0.16. So let's go ahead and throw that into the base of the tank and fill it, vape it, talk about it, my favorite part. All right, so the coil is now primed and we're ready to go. It is time to fill this thing up. Well, the juice I'm gonna use today is actually juice. The juice I'm gonna use today is actually juice that we've carried for a very long time that I absolutely love. It was just very limited up until recently, where it's now fully stocked and back at full force at Good Guy Vapes. This is the General by Epicus Nebula. And let's go ahead and fill this tank right up. Okay. Tank's all full, coil's all primed. I can smell the vanilla custard in the air, and let's see where we're set. I'm at 65 watts right now. I mean, it does come with 2 coils. This coil, I believe max is, let me see here, 75 watts. It's at 65. Let's just rip it right off the bat. We primed the coil, filled the tank. Let's rip it right at 65. If I die, then I die. Zero break-in. Zero break-in. I don't know how many more times I can say it. Zero break-in. Every coil has that slight funny taste to it. Even the wood pulp, the last review we did with the original Falcon when that first came out, that had like a funny taste in the beginning to it. And again, that was because I just filled it and then vaped it, but this has zero break-in taste. This is just straight flavor. And at 65 watts, super long drag. I did that on purpose. I wanted to make it dry hit right off the bat, and it didn't. And those massive wicking holes are actually doing their job. The only thing is that the airflow is much, and for coils that only go up to 75 and 80, like the 0.38 ohm coils only go up to 80 watts, Does seem like a lot of airflow for a device that only goes up to 80 watts, but then again, maybe it's due to their prior tanks where people would use them at 75 and 80 watts and it would actually warm up the tank quickly. I can feel the glass or down by the coils a little warm already, so probably for good reason. I think they really did some little research and development there with their prior mistakes, and they improved on this tank a lot more. So like I said in the beginning, it's not too different of a tank. It's not a totally new product, but there's a couple features that are upgraded, I would say. It's definitely a step up from your past purchased Falcon tanks. I'm gonna close off that airflow a little bit, and I'm gonna vape it again. Even at halfway, it's still wide open. It's not really resistant, resistant to the pull. Close enough to get a nice warm sensation, but it's not too tight at all, or it has no resistance to it. I really like this tank, actually. For all you Crown 4 users, this might be something you want to take a look at as well. Well, we pretty much talked about it, vaped it, filled it. You saw those coils. Check it out for yourself. I really like the tank. I would pick it up. I'd vape it all day long. Thank you guys as always for watching the Good Guy Vapes First Looks. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, say what's up. Hopefully you guys like that close-up as well. And I guess we'll see you on the next one.